I never wanted to be a YouTuber. I never thought that I could be. I thought that was not for me, was for people who go on the street and do different stuff with cameras. The possibilities are limitless. You just have to see always how to be synchronized with the technology, with the current development, and to follow up with the new changes. There's a lot of challenges and distraction. I would say that there's actually more distraction in life than challenges itself that can make somebody to deviate from its target, from its direction in life, about what to want to do.
What advice you can give to young people?
Stop playing games. Stop the alcohol, not drink alcohol. Stop the Friday night parties. I mean, you can do sometimes. Life without stress and without pressure. I would not have not even 5% of what I have achieved and have until this moment. So this is an interview with my wife.
It's very interesting to be here with you and to have the privilege to interview you.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions.
Okay.
That it will be really, really funny to show this.
And I'm very curious how my wife will interview me.
I'll do my best.
Okay.
I'll do my best. I promise you. So let's start.
Yeah.
Okay. First question. Giannis, you grew up in Greece and started a business at a young age.
Mm-hmm.
What first sparked your desire to become an entrepreneur?
Well, I always liked the game of money. It was as like an entertainment, something that is challenging me to try to solve a problem. And like some people has passion with some other thing, like art or music or something. I have passion with business, and I think there's specific people who can be business, who can really do business, and some other ones who just, they are very good and they have passion in something else. So I see the world with numbers and calculations, and some other people sees with whatever, with rings, with colors or whatever.
Do you remember what was your first or memory when you were a child that you said, the business are for me?
Yeah, actually, I was 6 years old when I went one time with my mother at the mini market, and I asked my mom, I was like, what is this place that we buy the chocolates here? What is it called? What is this thing here? I see a lot of things. So she says to me that this is called mini market, and she explains me a bit, and then I went home, and I remember I was mocking up how I'm gonna do something similar. How could I do something similar? I was having already the pictures in my mind, and it was feeling this excitement of creation and the exchange with people and the money. It looked like a very interesting game.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
She's 6 years old.
Yeah.
There are moments in life that since you are really young, that something is for you,
Yeah.
Okay, looking back,
Yeah.
what key lesson from your very first online sales do you still carry with you as a businessman today?
That the possibilities are limitless. You just have to see always how to be synchronized with the technology, with the current development, and to follow up with the new changes. Because I remember in 2012, I was looking what I'm going to do. So I was researching a lot of different stuff, but nothing was clicking. And then by the end of 2012, I found the online sales, drop shipping, Amazon FBA, different stuff there. And back then it was not, the make money online was not really something that was real to the people. Mm-hmm. So, and when I started making sales online, I was like, it is possible, and and I started selling from Greece, selling in UK, in US, never been there at that time, and that it's like it opened a universe with different possibilities. That sometimes the limitless is actually only in our minds.
That's true. And now that you answered this, I want to ask you something. Like now in these days with the AI, new technologies, that the world is going faster when it's related to technology, what advice you can give to young people who want to get some resources to selling online and everything? What advices you can give to these new people?
Well, stop playing games. Stop the alcohol, not drink alcohol. Stop the Friday night parties. I mean, you can do sometimes. Okay, you will have times, but this, just party, go out and thinking like, oh no, because I'm young to enjoy life and all this. I don't think that it will lead in a good way. So you can have a lot of fun in many different ways, and you can have a lot of time to enjoy. But if you are not also, if you don't handle your finances, you will not really enjoy much time and the Friday parties and the alcohol and all this stuff.
Makes sense. If I ask you right now,
Yeah.
who is more disciplined at home, you and me, what will you answer?
Difficult. in what thing exactly?
I mean, who is more disciplined?
Well, I have to tell you.
Thank you so much. I think that both.
Okay.
Because, I mean,
Depends.
Depends.
I never checked on that.
Exactly. I mean, there are things that I'm seeing you so commitment and you make it go right everything when it's related business, your team, your goals. And other ones you are more chill.
Yeah.
And other ones that these things that you are more chill and more disciplined. No?
Yeah.
So maybe it's a nice compliment.
You're more disciplined on the values and keeping stability. And I'm sometimes more like want to jump up and different crazy ideas that I have.
That's true. And also on sports and gym.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. She made me go to gym again.
Yeah. Well, what inspired you to start a YouTube channel? And how you did that decision that transformed both your professional and personal life?
Well, honestly, I never wanted to be a YouTuber. I never thought that I could be. I thought that was not for me. It was for people who go on the street and do different stuff with cameras. And I just started doing some videos about sales on the internet, and then some because I had some good connections and whatever. A lot of people that were asking me continuously. I did some videos about crypto just for friends and people who know me from delivering seminars about social media and sales on the internet. And then these videos start picking up with thousands of views. It was the pandemic at that time. We were in a lockdown. So I see a lot of demand from the comments. I'm like, okay, let me do a few more. And I end up being a YouTuber. So I still to this day, I don't think I'm like the classic YouTuber that has this whole team to do. Actually, now I have the whole team for the content. But, I do my content not as a classic YouTuber, but as a businessman, as an investor. Sometimes maybe I'm boring, but I try to keep what I want to communicate and from business and investment perspective. And then the demand of people continuously make me stick with it, because everybody can start it, but to keep on going on something, you may face challenges, difficulties. So it doesn't mean that it's something that you start one time and because you may have some videos going viral or some audience that you will necessarily do it for long.
Yeah.
So what keeps me on that is also the people keep on demanding that, keep on asking that and liking what I do.
Yeah. And you say something really important, the people, your audience.
Yeah.
Because I have been seeing all this time how much they interact with you in different ways, through your channels, also people sharing your books, which is amazing. I mean, there are a lot of people that can be YouTuber, but they don't have this special connection with their audience. And you have that. And it's beautiful because it's not just you, it's also them. And this is the next question. How has Greek culture and your roots influence the way you see business and life in general and your people?
Growing up in Greece and learn about the culture and values, family values and history and a lot of things, it gives some stability on having a better direction in life, because there's a lot of challenges and distraction. I would say that there's actually more distraction in life than challenges itself that can make somebody to deviate from its target, from its direction in life about what to want to do. And that one, sometimes I am like super crazy with imaginations and things that I want to do in the future, which I haven't say much to my audience, because usually the time I do videos is specifically for business or, make money, investment and all this stuff. So I think I'm both sides, like super crazy visionary with different ideas, and then also with very strong roots in the ground on basic stuff that nothing and nobody can move me.
Which is amazing, actually. And that's something that also I have been seeing, sharing with you, talking with some clients that at the same time they saw you since the beginning and now they are investors, and also friends that were made through the business.
I never imagined that we'll do podcast with this thing. Like, this was like never even in my imagination.
Exactly. So also something that I have been observing is that these businessmen also that saw you and then start investing with you, being partners, and with the time friends, they have something as a culture that are really resilient, the Greek people. They are resilient. They are like make it go right no matter what, to make it, possible despite all the challenges. It's something that I have been observing as a culture, and it's something that I admire, being Colombian. So it's really nice to see that in the culture and your people also.
Fantastic.
So, well, every entrepreneur faces setbacks, right? What has been your biggest failure or most difficult moment, and how did you turn this into strength?
Well, I think it was December of 22, January and February, because I was doing the same thing, repeating again and again, doing the same type of videos, and then I got like really tired with it. And I start losing the purpose. And in that time also was difficult in the crypto market, which is, there is like super excitement or it's like nothing. It's like the two extreme sides of it. And because since the early of the year, the market was not doing good, was up and down. Then there were some challenges in the market, like there were some projects failing, Luna, FTX and all this shit. And then like keep on going. And the first time that I was developing that type of business and activity every day. So at the point I really got very tired, and I was looking, I remember in January, I questioned myself. I'm like, okay, I have made up to 80,000 or 120,000 per month. I don't remember how much I had went up to until that point. But I'm like, why I don't make 5 million or 10 million per month? So like, what is stopping me? Why I cannot do that break, to go higher? Because I believe that I have this I can understand the rules, I can play, I can do deals, I have a lot of skills, but like what I'm missing? So then I did a deeper research in the finance on the what really helps you to break even, to go to millions. Well, learning more about the finances then is when I found the idea of mining. I started the Bitcoin mining, which was the biggest investment, the biggest expansion of any kind, and that was the change, like all of that. So I turned it into research, and then actually I did a setback for a month. I think I did just 2 or 3 videos. It was the first time that I ever stopped doing video on my channel, and I was just like going out and observing life and people and things. I'm like, okay, let me see what am I missing, what I'm gonna do from now on. Not just because of the crypto, because I knew that they will come back at some point that year or next year, whatever, in the future, but like what I really wanted to do. And then I found this game with mining, which looked pretty excited and has been until now, and I think for many more years.
That's amazing. Well, talking about challenges, as a businessman and YouTuber, you handle pressure all the time, right? But tell me, honestly, what scares you more? Dealing with big deals and business and travel, or dealing with me when I'm upset?
Well, can I be honest? Obviously. Well, I'm not scared of physically, but obviously I'm more careful than I would be more scared of dealing with you.
That's amazing.
I think every man fears most his wife than anything else.
I know. Well, sometimes. No mentiras.
Yeah.
No lie.
But I can tell you, the pressure, the stress in how I have in my mind, I think is the best thing that people can have in their life, because the pressure is what makes the person expand. So challenge.
Totally agree.
So a life without stress and without pressure, I would not have not even 5% of what I have achieved and have until this moment. So, and I don't want to imagine a life without stress and pressure.
And at the same time, it's funny, right?
Yeah.
Because you feel the adrenaline to do something, that you feel that everything, that challenge is an adventure.
Exactly.
More than anything. It's something
and
that
even in gym, pretty well.
Yeah.
If you don't put pressure on your body, you cannot exercise.
If
it's like
you don't
everything.
push yourself until the limit, how do you know what are you able to do and to achieve? That's true.
I think people confuse the pressure on their difficulties with uncertainty, and also maybe sometimes that they may have some extreme pressure, which they feel that they are total victim of some situation in their life, whatever it is. And also they're not people are not, the society is not teach to take responsibility. It's teach to be victimized, how bad is the things, and you cannot do something about it. And that teaches from our neighbors, sometimes from our families, sometimes, or a lot of times from the TV as well. But if you really know what you have to do, what you're supposed to do, then you should be comfortable of being uncomfortable to move on and to do what you have to do. And that's all. And I remember I was surprised when I hear from Jeff Bezos that the only reason why you are stressed about something is that you're not actually doing what you're supposed to do, what you know that you have to do, and you're like kind of Q&Aing about it, like, oh, should I do it, should I not do, and just like do it. It's not always comfortable to do a lot of things, but usually actually what is uncomfortable is always that thing that you should do that will lead you to the next step and to the success.
And that's applied for everything.
Yeah.
And not just in business also. Now that we made this funny question, in real life, when we have these moments that, or you're stressed, or me also, and for any reason it's normal to get upset with something that normally is into confusion things. Also the pressure and to go through it makes like, and this is something real, that to handle good calm cycle. And to handle that with your couple, with your team, with your audience, with everything to make it go right, which is amazing also.
I miss to do that. Let me be honest. Let me be honest to my audience. Yeah. I miss to do that. So many times I was stressful and I just throw the whole stress on her and we end up fighting. I miss to do that.
No, but
to handle that properly.
But the good thing on that, and moments we can have like that, but also even if that happened, it's fine because I can say that now also, in my case, happen also too. But when you are really committed with something, to make it go right, you improve.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to go through these type of things
to acknowledge,
to acknowledge.
To be honest and just acknowledge what's happening.
And to improve that. And that is creation between two people, because then these type of challenges or bad moments become funny moments or memories between the couple.
You
and
laugh
when
later.
you do, the
if you really
foundation.
confront and going through, you just don't laugh about it.
Actually, for that reason, maybe at this point with this question, we laugh.
Laugh,
Exactly. we laugh a lot because then when you pass that, you said, hey, do you remember that day? I mean, how silly we were, blah, 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 blah. And it's a beautiful consolidation and foundation of family, which is important, right?
Yeah.
And everything.
Yeah. And I think what I missed, because also we're traveling a lot and being in the same space, working and being in the same space together. And usually I work 24/7. Like even the sleep, I am always planning.
That's true. 24/7, okay? 24/7.
And there's like never stop. So like when she's asking me something, I'm already planning something else and I cannot be there. Like I can't fully see sometimes. But okay, we did manage that. But I think it should be a separation of workspace, and then when you finish that, like when you're with a couple, to turn off. System, laptops, everything, whatever, the office, to close it down to really be there.
That's true. But at the same time, the importance to see the same goals, the same horizon.
Yeah.
Because sometimes maybe it cannot be possible, or sometimes, for example, my husband, I don't know, maybe made a promise to be with me, or we have this, but sometimes it's something bigger that is part of our vision board and everything, and sometimes you cannot make it. And also if the couple and the family has the same vision, and if you are aligned with that, even if that moment cannot, but you know that in the future it will be there and more.
If it's not alignment, it's going to be really very, very hard to...
Be important to see the same reality.
Yeah, to work or to be alignment, to respect. And after the alignment needs to be continuously communicating to each other, because sometimes we miss to communicate that to each other. And
like, it started.
Third World War.
But that's amazing. So let's continue then. Many people, that's true, we were talking about focus 24/7, right?
Yeah.
Many people see you as a highly focused. What is your personal philosophy when it comes to discipline and success?
It's 100% dedication. It's not 99. And I'm very strict and tough with the time. I calculate every second, every minute of my life, what I'm going to do, what's going to happen. I try to predict everything, every step. It's impossible to predict exactly because you're going to have also unknown things happening. But I need full discipline and determination on that, whatever it takes. And something that you will find later when you, especially if you're doing business, but actually almost everything in life, is that you will never in the beginning predict the effort that you need to achieve something. And it's always at least 10 times more than you think. So I found that on YouTube, I found that on mining, I had almost on everything like 20, 30, 50 times more effort that I thought that it's going to take to go to that point, for example, to achieve that thing. But still, like if you really have a purpose and you know what you're doing and you know what it's going to lead, you still have to do it, whatever it takes.
That's true. And talking about effort,
Yeah.
what is the most crazy thing that you have been made for love?
Crossing the ocean and traveling to Colombia to meet you for the first time.
That's true. It's the most beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Well, beyond the entrepreneur and the YouTuber,
Yeah.
how has having a family transformed you?
Well, it has made my heart more soft, more taking care. Sometimes it's extremely difficult because I'm so immersed and, I cannot think to put that time. But it's always that safe pillow, that resting that I can have with in my family together, or also with my family, means brother, sister, mother, father, etc. So, I mean, if I didn't have that, I think I would not be able to have what I have and do what I have done until now. So in the last 5 years, honestly, I've missed a lot my family because I changed country and I was not able to spend much time and also so much focus and determination on different projects. But if I did have at least the idea, the feeling, the knowing that the family is there, it would have killed me. Would have broken me.
Understand is super important, and I know, and mostly mama.
Yeah. Well, everybody, but
yeah,
it's
everybody.
like, this care or this like acceptance
yeah.
of whatever it happens, the family is there. It's such a like, there was no need to do something from them towards me, like to support something, to find me something necessary to do in the business, but just to know that they are there was everything.
Yeah, that's true. And I was mentioned mama because it's super sweet and super warm all the time and super uptown person. What most enjoy of my mother-in-law is that all the time she's with a big smile and super uptown. Well, here is for me, it's the most important question, all of them actually, but where do you see yourself in the next 5 or 10 years? What is your vision as both, as an entrepreneur and creator?
In Mars with Elon Musk.
Why not?
No, I don't think I'm going to go in Mars there at Mars, but I think in the next 5 years I would have achieved some success on I believe I will build a big ecosystem around blockchain, because that's where I did my focus. Sometimes, I take a direction, then I end up in completely something different, but that's what actually it's fitting me more, because I never, for example, imagined that I will be YouTuber, I will do crypto. But being YouTuber connects me with people, and I always wanted to connect with people, to communicate, to educate, to give advice. That was like something that always makes me so excited, so happy. And the second, with the crypto, the freedom of movement and this all package that it gives, and so then I end up there. So I believe that in the next 5 years I will complete an ecosystem of different businesses united together under an umbrella there. And the next one that I want to do focus is in personal development. And that one with like different nations to deliver and to help people in personal development, which is something that is so much needed in this planet. Even when people think that, I just need to make money. I don't need personal development. Well, whatever. That's something that I will talk maybe another podcast or something more about it. And then in the same time, I want to focus also in the research and development of spaceships, because I know that the technology will be so much advanced, and whatever a scientist knows today, in maximum 12 months from now, an AI will know at least 100 times more than any scientist knows in the world right now. So it would be, and if we're talking about after 5 years from now, the technology will be so much developed to be able to do almost anything. So, and in 5 years from now, I'm so confident that it will be possible to develop more spaceships, etc., to be able to travel in the universe.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Can I ask you guys questions?
Yeah.
How'd you meet? Like you said that you traveled to meet her for the first time.
We met on Facebook, actually,
Yeah.
just from mutual friends.
For mutual friends.
And I saw a video of her dancing. I was like, oh, she looks very energetic. She's interesting. And I messaged her, ciao colombiana.
Yeah. It was very particular the way that he say hello to me, and I said, oh my God, this is the first time that somebody talked to me like that. And we started talking, and I was in a business trip those days in Brazil, and we were chatting, and meanwhile I was in a convention giving us a conference. I received a message from him, and he said, when are you returning to Colombia? And I said, November 16. And he said, check your WhatsApp. No, 15, sorry. I was returning November 15. He said, check your WhatsApp. And it was his ticket at the next day, November 16. I arrived, and then the next day, he was there in Colombia. And it will be the first time that we met in person.
And then, since then, we were just together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You guys are so cute.
Thank you so much.
I feel like it's a big risk, right? When you meet someone online and you're like, oh, is this really sure that, like, is this really the person that they say they are? Or, like, maybe something about, like, what if the personality online is different from the way that they are in real life? Like, how did you know that you were just gonna, like, get along? Or what were the leaps that you had to jump through to actually make the relationship work in the beginning?
Well, when I met you the first time, I just knew instantly that you are the one. Like I did not had all the data about your life, who are you, what you're doing, but I just like have the instinct that she's the one. I don't need to know more to understand, but I know that she's the one. And obviously, getting to know more and more and understand the values in the person and meet in person. Sometimes, if you just let your feelings, your perceptions, it's all what it takes. Because if you sometimes just try to make sense with the data, you may be lost in different considerations. And there's always a risk of like when meeting somebody, but without that, there's a risk of going bad or also a risk of losing, not having what.
Yeah.
And I don't waste time. Like if I know that something, I don't waste time.
Yeah, he's A to B. On my case, I have to say that it was the same, but I think that by nature, woman, we are like a little bit like, let's see, And when I start talking with him, I feel so comfortable since the beginning that for me was the stamp the day that he sent to me the ticket. Because if somebody take the risk to cross the Atlantic to meet you, and mostly when you see these actions that for me are more important than words in somebody, how the person is coherent between thoughts, what the person says, and also the actions. When he arrived and I saw him at the airport, for me was exactly that moment when I said, he's the one. And since there has been commitment, because you can have the emotions, the love, the attraction, many things that are involved there, and mostly at the beginning. But I'm truly believe that everything is related about commitment and the compromise in a good way to make it go right.
Yeah, there's some compromises. Sometimes it's very difficult. And honestly, it's also for me, it was very difficult to compromise because I have strong personality and, and also been used to live very free as a person. I consider myself very free. And also sometimes living alone and having my own comfort zone, how I operate and everything. And suddenly to compromise everything and try to live with another person sharing the same space, etc. So it takes some, but okay, it's worth it.
Yeah, and also it's like something that I do believe that also match perfectly. I don't know, it's maybe when the souls recognize to each other.
Yeah.
Is that, as he said, he's really strong character and really free.
You're not going back either.
In my case, it's like I'm always says that he's the Doberman and I'm the Chihuahua, because I'm the soft, but at the same time I'm also free. So it's so important also that two different characters and personality that in their own universe they are strong, they have their own space and respect the limits, boundaries, everything. So it's a taste of reach and withdraw, and to do agreements, to more communicate more. But as I'm telling you, meanwhile, you are meeting each other and you start seeing that you have the same vision, the same targets or similar. And you leave also sometimes that he leads this. Or in this case, he said, no, this is her strength, let her lead. It's beautiful because it's not a competence, it's just to recognize the strength in each other and to, start putting everything to make grow the plant. I do believe in that.
But I have a question now for you.
Yeah.
How is life with Giannis Andreou?
Wow. I always says that Giannis Andreou came to my life to put...
to bring up the ups and downs.
Exactly. Because I'm super structured, organized, independent, but mostly I'm super, structured mind, And everything is steady, organized, Perfection. Giannis is, I don't know how to say that, but it's a boost.
Yeah.
Every moment of creation and craziness. So he's the pepper of my life.
And randomity.
Yeah, he's the pepper of my life. So I have been learning how is to chill down and to flow with life also at the same time. And adventures. I do believe that we live in constant adventures.
Yeah, like tomorrow we're going to another place.
Yeah.
Like this.
Exactly. So it was also the beautiful compliment and something that I was missing in the amount of black, white, like this. I was needing that color. And it's really nice. And what about you? How is the life with Natalie?
Well, more, obviously more joy. I was also missing care and I was missing sometimes the stability, and also having a woman in the house, it always makes a difference. No matter how much aesthetic or clean you can be as a person.
And
I'm
a Colombian woman, which is different. It's not the same, okay?
But okay. I would agree. And I'm not saying about don't mean the clean of the house, but instantly a woman will always make the house more beautiful, more warm, and that thing that a man can never do, actually. Man.
No, I mean, it's a beautiful compliment and I enjoy that.
Yeah.
I'm super traditional. I mean, there are things that I'm going with the new things, obviously, and mostly because also I have been a businesswoman, executive one for big corporations. But I mean, it's like two parts of me, like this part, and at the same time, I'm super traditional thing. I do believe that is also for culture and everything. But there is no more beautiful than enjoy home, to take care of your husband, the family.
And like when
beautiful.
we are like, this has been so many tough times and stress and ups and downs and confusion. Of doing so many changes in a short period of time, like so many crazy changes, but in the same time to be able to still keep on going is something that still keeps us to stick to continue being together despite so many challenges and the restructure of life, because also you change as a person
every day,
especially when you are like quite active in life and doing many different things, is also a change. And the fact that you could hold me
I
difficult
love you.
also makes a difference.
It's nature. It's natural in me. I mean, if I can say something, it's like, for me, one of the things when I decide to join my life to yours, and it's natural, is taking care and support you in many different ways, because it's enough of the amount of things that you have to deal outside that I feel not the must to is nature, natural on me, like to make the inner world different. I know that you can be there and support you no matter what.
Yeah.
And it's natural. It's something that for me is priority. You are my priority in life. And I feel the same from you, because you have been teaching me how to be super strong. I believed that I was strong until you teach me like how to be really resilient person. As always, I said, you are my lighthouse, my guidance. And that's for me super important to have you, because sometimes when I feel really lost, you just put the arrow and said, look at there. is that what you have to go, or we have to go? Because sometimes also you help me on my own personal targets. And I do believe that you have the right person when that person kicks you. I will not say put you. You kick me out of my comfort zone many times and push me a lot.
Yeah, I don't let anybody in the comfort zone.
No.
They will not be around me, or they will be out of the comfort zone, whatever it is.
Yeah, so in that thing, I can say many other stuff, but you're that strength that I was needing in my life, and the guidance and the protection. So,
Thank you.
Thank you.
To make it this podcast a love story in the end. Okay.
Thank you for the questions, by the way.
Yeah. Any other question?
I'm literally crying. Oh my god. Okay, I have a question, but like it is maybe a little personal. I don't know if you're gonna be comfortable answering it.
No worries.
But what was there ever a point where you were like, oh my god, I'm not sure if this is gonna work? Like, what's the horror story that you somehow lived through?
Well, yeah, there were many tough times and points that was like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like what we do in this case. It was from both of us.
Yeah, it was a moment that both.
Yeah, especially this year. But what we realized is that sometimes due to the stress, because we were traveling and business and personal development, and so much things in like such a short period of time, and we were missing to communicate to each other and to things that we didn't know that the person has their, deep inside some disagreement or some upsetness or some pain there. And it took us to go through the pain to discover and to push each other to communicate. But once we communicate, and that's the difficult part, to really, get also the willingness of the person to communicate and to go through the uncomfortable things. So that one, then it's solved. And if you are able to go over through things, I think it's possible to, if there is a love from the beginning, and if one time it worked, it is possible to make it work again. It's always by personal choice as well. It's, needs to evaluate. Like why I need to make work with this person, well, like, see the pros and cons and etc. But it is possible to make it work.
Yeah, and you say something important, like what was the break point? When that happened, as he said, this year, and both parts were like, no, it's impossible to handle the logistic, as Giannis says.
I was making a joke like, we love each other, but the logistics are difficult.
Yeah, but I do believe in something that is super important. First, when you are in that moment, sometimes, unfortunately, humans being needs to touch these points. And in that point, you have the power of choice to see for which reasons you choose that person at the beginning, and you believe in big things, and you realize that love. Because to give up is really easy.
Yeah.
It's the easier thing that you can do in your life. But
not for us. We couldn't give up on each other.
Exactly.
No, we just could not ever give up on each other, no matter what.
And sometimes, even if there are so much emotions, if I can say something for the majority of people who can see us right now, it's like you cannot handle your relationship under emotions.
Yeah.
Because when you choose somebody to be the partner of your life, and mostly for us, for women, that we are super emotional, you let aside, which is the most important, the foundation of a family that is missing really so much in these days.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not to hold and to accept many things. No, because when you get into those points, you said, okay, you know what? I don't give up. Let's make it work. Let's sit and communicate, and to see in the most vulnerable moment, and to be willing to confront uncomfortable conversations, and to see that the other person, same as you, has weakness. They are not perfect. The person is not perfect. And same as you, is willing to be a better person, a better version every single day. So you have to have a little bit of sympathy and compassion because that person is also committed working to be better as you. So you cannot point the finger, no, you are not making. And if you put the finger on the mistakes, that person that loves you never can go out of the dark zone.
Yeah.
You have to be focused on the good things that you have been sharing, the good things that you see in the other person. And for sure, these bad ones will disappear with more communication, commitment, and to help the other one to, like, if you fail, I'm here to support you. So, yeah, actually this year, one of the most biggest lessons was that. And we are in August right now, but I think that it was the most beautiful gift to recognize us in a new unit of time and to be there for us and never give up. Right? Yeah.
Okay, it's a romantic story.
Yes. Why do you like a lot to teasing me? I mean, he cannot see me chill. I mean, when I'm in my perfect environment, steady.
I like noise.
Like,
I like noise.
I'm on my thing.
Yeah.
And suddenly, I don't know how to say that. But he knows exactly how to make me go crazy sometimes. Why? Why this thing?
I like noise.
Just for that?
Just for fun.
But he loves that, by the way.
Balls of the tiger.
You like to live in danger.
Oh yeah. Well, I did
Parachute?
I did skydiving.
Sorry.
Yeah, I like to live with danger. Yeah.
Good.
How do you feel when you when you live with someone who wants to go to billions of dollars with a big business, etc.? So does that motivate you, or does that make you to be more in a comfort zone, or how do you view that? Does it, as a woman, feel more safe or secure, or more chaos, uncertainty? Because also sometimes I do a lot of changes and I know that I create uncertainty to the people, because the changes that I have in my mind usually are 10 times more, or I go back again on things what I want to do, but not everything I have in my mind I communicate all the time to the people, because sometimes it's not even the time to transfer, to tell the people what I have in my mind.
Well, I have to say that my answer will be divided in two. First of all, I'm a Capricorn.
Yeah.
So I love big targets.
Okay.
So sometimes something that attracts me a lot of you since the beginning is that you have big targets, because that push me. I told you kick me out from the comfort zone. And for that reason also, maybe we are super aligned on the vision. And I have been always telling you this, baby, like, you must to be billionaire. It's a crime if you don't do that for the world. And mostly with your mindset and the amount of big things that you can give to the world, and to how much I have been seeing how you have been helping a lot of people, in personal, in business, and on these type of things. And I'm telling you this, and I have been telling you this many times, not for the money itself. It's because it's the way that you can help more people, as you have been doing until now.
Yeah. People will probably never think that billionaires can help people, because usually the picture of like somebody's billionaire is just making a lot of money from himself. But nowadays, actually, billionaires are more in paper. They are not in cash. So it's more like building an ecosystem and bringing a change. Even like, for example, Elon Musk, who obviously is the richest person in planet Earth, but he had so much big impact on so many different things in the entire world, and he actually saved the free speech with Twitter, while he's also turned into a big business, and I think he's doing pretty well. But in the same time, he's solving problems, and then at least an ethical, or whatever you can say, in a billionaire would be somebody who would solve problems and give better products and services in the world.
No, yes, and something else, and if I can complement my answer, is that I know your integrity and your values. So for that reason, it's like this plus big targets, it's something that motivates you, because men with big targets and many things, or rich or whatever, or good executives, I mean, plenty in the world, but people who is driven by values and integrity, So I do believe that to have this balance is something that motivates me to have in my life. And we have been creating a lot. You met me also with a lot of creation, and we just unify these powers and to create our own kingdom.
Yeah.
That is a beautiful process. That first. And second, it's a matter of trust. Because you said, no, these up and downs, changes, Natalie, and do big things. I trust you. I trust you so much. And sometimes even if I'm doing this or whatever, or you have to travel or do many things, I'm super confident. Like, I'm telling you, you are the lighthouse. And sometimes I'm like, Jesus, I just need to put the parachute and to hug you. And I said, jump. But I know that he make it go. And I have just to trust. So yeah, I do believe that is that. It's adventure, constantly adventure, but at the same time, it's something excited. Like, as I told you, you are the pepper of my life. The flavor thing. So yes.
Okay. Well, any other question for me, Miss Consuegra?
No, I do believe that it was a nice space for us, It was really therapeutic.
The audience?
Yeah, please comment. What do you think? Questions or something like that? Because actually, it's beautiful to have these spaces because also it shows more about the person who is behind the camera, and it's really nice to share those moments with the audience, right?
Okay. Thank you very much.
So thank you so much for
and thank you very much. It was a good conversation.
See you
with
in
my
the
wife.
dinner.
See you in dinner time.
Bye.
Okay.